gas prices going up, that seems to be a pull on the vote. Do you think that's going to have any effect as far as the turnout for the Democrats?
I think it's a situation in terms of the economy. I think the economy is getting better. Of course, that's the albatross around the Democrats, around their neck. But I think the issue has more emotion in terms of women's rights to take control and control their own bodies. And so I think we really hope that women will respond to the Supreme Court's destruction of Roe versus Wade and what Republicans are trying to do nationally in terms of outlawing abortion. And so I think, the inflation and the economy is a major thing, and that's the major thing on the ballot other than abortion. And I'm hoping that the abortion issue and the emotional charge to women to protect their rights, because not only did the Supreme Court say they're going to, outlaw abortion, but they said they're going to outlaw all personal rights in terms of who you marry and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the Supreme Court, which the Trump court majority, has gone absolutely crazy in terms of rights of individuals. And so I'm hoping that the rights of individuals, which includes voting and the democracy and what have you, will overshadow the temporary difficulties with the economy.
I agree. This is going to be something that the Democrats, with the emotional aspect of Roe v. Wade, what's been going on that avenue, and as far as the Republicans, what they're doing, people seeing that there are rights that they are seeing that the Supreme Court and Republicans may be snatching away from them. So the Democrats are looking at that to say, well, we need to put a wall, a hedge up right here, because this could be our Alamo. And if this situation gets too out of hand, especially with the economy, if the prices keep going up, and that's hurting the Democrats, those prices going up, the gas prices, and when that happens, there is a domino effect that happens on all the other prices that affect people. So that's something, like you said, an albatross around the neck. And to get over that, we're going to see. We're going to see what happens, and we're going to see if that emotional tug and pull over the rights and the abortion rights is going to be enough to get them over that hump.
Well, hopefully so, Sean. The economy is major, but so are the rights of individuals.
Yes.
And so it's competing interests. The situation with the Republican Party, they want to attack in terms of the economy, but they offer no solution. And, they have contributed to this inflationary situation by all the breaks and all the tax breaks they gave to big business, where they made billions of dollars under Trump. And now they want to try to shift the whole blame to Biden, because Biden has, in fact, instituted programs to, in fact, help people in terms of education, in terms of jobs, in terms of climate change, and things that people really are concerned about. He has tried to, in fact, make those things come true, where all the Republicans, when they were in, and all they say, well, is inflationary. Well, if you take back some of the cuts they gave rich Republican businesses, we wouldn't be in an inflationary situation that we're in.
Well, I agree that this is going to be definitely something to watch in the congressional races, the Senate races, even the governor's race. For example, with Wes Moore and Dan Cox, Wes, he's raising money like crazy, $5.8 million in the last 2 months. So on that end, that's quite a haul.
Well, Sean, Wes, it's like the perfect storm. Wes Moore came along with the Republican Party in turmoil because of the Trump. And, even Hogan couldn't support Cox. Cox is so extreme. And this is what we're seeing across this nation. And so Westmore was the perfect timing. He has all the qualifications, and it indicates that he's going to do the right thing, particularly by Baltimore in the red line that Hogan canceled. It's the perfect storm. And so the only thing that people have to recognize is not to get complacent, not to look at the polls and assume that Westmore is in. They have to come out and vote and make it happen, because we don't know what's sleeping in the voters' agenda in terms of the conservative vote in this state and as across the nation. And so we have to make sure that we do what we need to do to ensure this election, not only of Westmore, but also of Mr. Brown in terms of the Attorney General. You know, we've had people run, John, for statewide office in Maryland, people of color, and particularly governor. We've had 2 campaigns with people running for governor, people of color, but it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened statewide. And so we have not elected a person of color or, you know, of black persuasion in this state, and we're deserving because of the population. We haven't had a black senator, we haven't had a black governor, we haven't had a black controller, we haven't had a black attorney general. So the time is right, and Westmore is the right person for the right job at the right time.
Well, he's got President Obama backing him. They're bringing Barack Obama out to back the Democrats, and they give him that extra jolt, that extra boost that they want to get heading into to actually the voting started and heading up until Election Day. So President Obama, I actually helped our organization, the Joshua Assessment Group. We actually helped back when he first ran, Change You Can Believe In, okay? So that is going to definitely give the African American, the black candidates that extra jolt, as well as the Democrats.
A big boost. It's incredible.
Oh, no question about it, Sean. And, you know, I'll be quite honest, I wasn't with Westmore in the primary. I was with Perez, so was Obama. Because Perez had the experience and Westmore had never been elected, and Perez was a constitutional lawyer. But Perez, Westmore is now the man. He got the nomination. He got it going away, the Democratic nomination, and history is in the making. And I'm so glad that President Obama has come out on board and understand that the Bidens will be campaigning, Mrs. Biden and so forth, in Maryland, I think, today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
For Westmore.
Mm-hmm.